Ladies and gentlemen of the internet, welcome. So we're here today with another reaction. This time it's Open the Skies, the Stray song. And the funny thing about this one is I saw a cat as the thumbnail. And I thought, ooh, is this going to be a song about stray cats? Are we going to do a song about stray cats? I don't think it's the case. But I would love for someone to make a song about stray cats or just stray people or just stray dogs, you know. But this song is titled Open the Sky. It's a stray song. Or maybe it's an Open the Sky song, and the song is called Stray. I'm not 100% sure, but it's by the Stupendium. As always, you know. But before we start this reaction, go check out the Stupendium's YouTube channel. He does a lot of great music. I've done reactions to a lot of them, and I've enjoyed basically every single one of them. There hasn't been one that I haven't enjoyed so far. So you know, if you take my word for it, which I don't know why my word would hold a special place, but if you take my word for it, he does a lot of very good, not just songs, but also videos, and that's kind of sort of like the special thing about him, that he does both himself, and it just feels like, you know, there's a lot of effort, a lot of love, a lot of heart poured into it, and that's why I always enjoy watching them. So go check his video out first before you watch my reaction, and come back and you can watch my reaction to it. I'll have the link to his video in the description down below, so you guys can check it out. With that said, before you hop in, also, you know, if you want to follow me on Twitter, I am trying to promote my Twitter, because I do post a little bit more now than I used to, so that's why I'm trying to promote it a little bit here and there. But yeah, with that said, let us hop right in and get started, I would say. Let me make sure that we're recording. We are. Woohoo! Nice. And with that said, let's just get ready to... Actually, it's been doing that all the time lately for me, so let me just make sure that we are in 1080p. Actually, no, let's go 4K. Ooh, and we fancy. Let's get started. Flickering imagery. Oh no, Pokemon. Oh no, watch out. Porygon. That's what I was looking for. That Pokemon. Ooh. Ooh.
It's cold and it's dark. Keeping hold of a spark.
This looks cool.
They sealed us away, they were keeping us safe, but as years creep to age, there's a hole in the arc.
Sorry for pausing it this quickly already. I like what he's doing with his voice there. Like, the whole track so far feels very, I mean, yes, obviously the effect is, you know, this like night sky, ambient, you know, echoey vibe, because it's so quiet that your voice just reverberates around and around. But the atmosphere it's giving off actually kind of reminds me of, I don't know whether some of you know it, but Fear Funny. I don't know how, if that's how it's supposed to be said, but Fear Funny, TheoPhany, who does like Majora's Mask's songs. He has like this very creepy vibe to them, and that's kind of like the first thing that came to my mind here, with like this very hollowed out ambient sound of just quietness. For lack of a better term, it's just this quietness that I really like.
Keeping hold of a spark. They sealed us away, they were keeping us safe, but as years creep to age, there's a hole in the arc, lost in circuits and screens.
Ooh.
An imperfect machine.
Ooh.
I cross through the wires and optical fibers, wait for an outsider to come set me free. So maybe you're the savior I've been praying for the other night, anticipated, but I'll take it short.
Okay, sorry. I do apologize, pausing all the time, but I like how it was like, we just had like environmental shots for like a good, you know, 30 seconds, and you know, the sound was basically taken out. It was very hollow. It felt very, you know, for lack of a better term, lonely. And now that we've got to focus on like a character, can you call this a character? It's a robot thing, but now that you've got to focus on something, the beat kicks in. You know, you've got a cat that's in there now, so you've got another point of reference, and suddenly like the music just comes together, if that makes sense. Like suddenly, not comes together, but suddenly the music expands. Now that we've got a focus, you know, a focal point, the music suddenly expands. I like that.
I was waiting for an outsider to come set me free. So maybe you're the savior I've been praying for the other night, anticipated, but I'll take it short.
I mean, when you're lonely, a cat is your best friend.
So bring me online. I've been locked inside between the neon lights. We are lost to time. It'll be alright. I can be your guide beneath the sea of silence and a concrete sky.
So, as usual, the Stupendium plays games that I've never heard of before and just makes great videos. This looks like Borderlands. Is that his voice 3 times there?
So what are we to do when the stars just form a circle? So your future is a loop, eternity of servitude with no one left to serve it to. You could have turned us up before these sewers turned to tombs. We turned into you.
This actually looks incredible. It looks incredible, sounds incredible. So like previously his voice, I don't want to say, no, it definitely was, I don't want to say auto-tune, but it was definitely an effect to the voice, and then you always obviously heard him in the background, you know, saying like whatever the end of a phrase would be, and now suddenly like it shifts again, like we've had the original shift, you could say, at the beginning of the video where it was like very hollowed out, very lonely, very creepy. There was no real backing track, and it was basically just like 1 or 2 notes being played on, I can't even say a piano. It wasn't a piano. It was more so like a keyboard, like a setting on a keyboard, like a you know what, I'm not even gonna attempt to, but it was like a setting on a keyboard, almost. Yeah, that's kind of what it felt like. And you just play like 1 or 2 notes. Typically, that's what's being done nowadays with, you know, modern music for songs, you know, for singing or rapping, where you just have like 1 or 2 notes, and that's kind of like the beat. And you had that very much at the beginning. It felt very simple, very basic, very yeah, it felt very simple and very basic. To give this tone of just loneliness and solitude across, and then suddenly, you know, we've had this characters. You had the 2 characters come in, the cat and the one creature, robot-y thingy thing. That's a great description, thingy thing. And then suddenly you've had more instruments, and then you change it here up again. Well, this time it's his voice that's changing, not really. I need to listen to it again, obviously, but I don't think the instrumentation changes that much, but it's his voice that's changing. That's like, with this electronic effect, suddenly it feels a lot more rigid. Yeah, that's probably the best way to describe it. It feels a lot more rigid. I don't know whether that's a good way of describing it, but still.
Intelligence is artificial.
Ooh.
The things we do gotta be all you've been trying to find a new dream zipping through your head. While we do the things we
Yeah, instrumentation doesn't change.
maybe you were living proof intelligence is artificial. Built this place to keep you safe, and then the haven changed to grave, but left a sentence by mistake. Well, that's hardly civil. At least we think you did. That's what we seem to be. Is this gifted glitch that twisted free of blind obedience?
Woo!
Where our souls are mixed.
Wait a second, run that back.
Mistake. Well, that's hardly civil. At least we think you did. That's what we seem to be. Is this gifted glitch that twisted free of blind obedience? Or our souls a mix of ceaseless tangled frequencies, chewing up and spitting memories in random sequences? All our thoughts, all we feel, ones and noughts trapped in steel. Something more, something real, threaded code caught in a wheel that spins an algorithmic tapestry of what it thinks we have to be. A Frankenstein of fragments, fractal pattern personalities. Imitations,
Okay, keep going.
That's why you wired it in. A parlor trick to keep the system ticking whilst they're idling. So can it be that deep inside there's more than code to find within? Or are our minds and lives alike just comb in the recycle?
Look, alright, I came here for a song. I didn't come here for a philosophical lesson. But you know what? I am here for it. Give me that philosophical lesson. Obviously, this is applying to robots, but I can very easily. I mean, the message is pretty clear. I figure, you know, it can very well be applied to humanity.
More, something real, threaded code caught in a wheel that spins an algorithmic tapestry of what it thinks we have to be. A Frankenstein of fragments, fractal pattern personalities. If imitation's flattery, perhaps that's why you wired it in. A parlor trick to keep the system ticking whilst they're idling. So can it be that deep inside there's more than code to find within? Or are our minds and lives alike just comb in the recycle bin. If love is empty, find it just a sweet. Where lies the defining lines which binary and grief? Is the nature of what's real and how it starts or how it feels? With the past can't be revealed, perhaps what matters is belief. We live eternal with
bro, he's not even stopping.
Purposeless collapse. Or society's detritus tries to rise and find a life outside, but how are we supposed to manage that? Oh, there's a cat.
Okay, we're running that back. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. Actually, you should be sorry if you don't want that to be run back. Ooh, we're getting philosophical here. Woo! I haven't done philosophy in years. Actually, I can't say. Well, yeah, it's been years. I haven't done philosophy like 4 years.
Chewing up and spitting memories in random sequences. What we seem to be is this gifted glitch that twists
Existentialism.
Or our souls a mix of ceaseless tangled frequencies. Chewing up and spitting memories in random sequences. All our thoughts, all we feel, ones and noughts trapped in steel. Something more, something real, threaded cold cord in a wheel that spins an algorithmic tapestry of what it thinks we have to be. A Frankenstein of fragments, fractal pattern personalities.
I love this. I'm sorry, I love this. I might not be reacting much, but I just love this.
So can it be that deep inside there's more than code to find within, or are our minds and lives alike just comb in the recycle bin? If love is emulated, would we find it just as sweet? Where lies the defining lines which binary and grief? Is the nature of what's real and how it starts or how it feels? With the past can't be revealed, perhaps what matters is belief. We live eternal with our circuits running laps until our servos burn out and we purposeless collapse. Or society's detritus tries to rise and find a life outside, but how are we supposed to manage that?
Ooh, there's a cat.
There's a cat.
And I like this ending as well. It seems mad random, but nah, it really is, you know, like a distraction. We have all these, well, I can't say we, you know, that's obviously generalizing, but, you know, people have all these thoughts about, ooh, what does the future hold? Am I just trying to fit in? I'm not really being myself. I'm just, you know, trying to fit in. I'm trying to fit in society so I don't get ostracized because, you know, if I stand out, the nail that stands out gets hammered in first, you know, so I'm just trying to fit in. And you have all these deep thoughts about, well, my role in society, so on and so forth. And then suddenly, you just find a distraction. And all that thought is gone. You just find a distraction, you're like, oh, I want to do this, I want to be that, I want to do something, I want to do something with my life, I want to change the world. And it's like, actually, Britain's Got Talent is on TV. I'll do that later. I'll think about all that tomorrow. Let me watch some Britain's Got Talent. You know, we just get distracted, and that's kind of the way things are. But the song has a very eerie message, actually, because it felt very like lonely at the beginning, and then you know trying to find, then finds a place, and it's like almost like I'm just in a group now. Like, I'm not being myself. I'm not standing out. I'm not being who I really am. It's just there. Just there.
EcoCorp, my three companions, make household podcasts. Sit back and relax. They do the jobs you don't want. EcoCorp makes way wealthy hands with new advances and bacterial.
To all those left deep inside these walls, that alone hope rests in your tiny pores, where the night extends and the time sits.
And obviously the music, the vocals.
Won't you open the sky for me? Won't you open the sky? Won't you open the sky for me? Won't you open the sky? Straight from the light, straight from the path, straight through the night, straight through the dark, straight from the safety of what's known. Straight till you save me, straight till you're home. Straight for an ending, straight for a start, straight for a future exhumed from the sparks. Straight till we suture the wounds of the past. Straight for those tools no attuned to the art. Straight for the sky, straight from the bubbles.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but I don't say this a lot. And a lot of times it's because it's a case. A lot of the times it's because I don't remember the other ones that well. But I think this might be my favorite. I think this might be my favorite Stupendium song. Just.
And a huge thanks to my incredible patrons for supporting the channel and making this
As
video
usual, Non-Yabis is here.
Vacation with a slightly smaller project. So I hope you all enjoyed the song, even if it was a bit of a sadder one than usual. I trust nobody was hit too hard by the total whiplash after last month's high-octane action anthem. I'll be back with something much
Well,
more
I've got
upbeat
things to
very
look forward
soon.
to. I haven't reacted
Please
to
do check out
Stupendium in a
the
while
playlist
now.
of my songs, and remember to like,
Granted, I haven't made YouTube videos in a while now, so that is probably the reason why, but still.
and if you really enjoy
And I still want to get that mug. I still haven't gotten that mug. But yeah, I know I say this all the time, and I mean it all the time, but you know, obviously that's because this one is fresh in my mind, and usually when I say it, it's fresh in my mind, so that's why it's the case. But this might be my favorite one. Just straight up, this might be my favorite Stupendium song, because he's saying, you know, it has a dark message. I think it's actually not a dark message, maybe like a sad message would probably be better. Like a darkish, saddish message. It's not a hopeful message per se. But I disagree. Not in the sense that it's not a positive message per se, but I think highlighting real issues is not necessarily sad or happy. I think it's just realistic, for lack of a better. Words are escaping me, okay? But like, I don't think there is no evil or no good in portraying a message. I think a message can be evil, sure, but I don't think portraying it, you know, if it's already a thing, is necessarily on a spectrum of evil or good. I think it's just neutral, chaotic, neutral. Woo! We have it. We have the D&D, you know, scale somewhere. I haven't played D&D. I want to play D&D. But yeah, this one was very, very good. Visually, very, very good. The song, there's so much going on with the song. Ooh, amazing, amazing. And I know I'm awful when it comes to recognizing things in songs, but the fact that I could recognize things in this song means everything. You know, it means everything. That to me means that like there was a lot going on. There's probably tons more going on that I did not recognize. One, I lacked the vocabulary to recognize it. I wouldn't even know, you know, how I would describe it. And two, I just lacked the knowledge to be able to actually recognize something. So, you know, c'est la vie. That's really what it boils down to, c'est la vie. I just really enjoyed this. I know the reaction probably wasn't that hype because I was just more so I was more so enjoying it more than anything, really. So, yeah. Open the Sky, as I said, he did mention like his previous one was like a lot more high octane, so I might check that out as well. As I said, there's been a ton of videos that he's released since my breaks. I mean, they are breaks, hiatuses. So there's a ton that I can check out, so I'm looking forward to a lot of those. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you want me to react to next. I'll take recommendations all the time. I haven't really gotten to much lately, if I'm being completely honest, but that's also because I always take breaks all the time, and I'm trying to avoid that at least for the rest of the year. So if you have any recommendations, leave them down below, and I'll check them out as soon as I get time for that. With that said, I'll see all of you in the next one, everyone. Until then, have a nice day. Peace out. As I said, support the Stupendium. Go check out his channel. I'll have a link in the description down below. Follow me on Twitter as well. I would very much appreciate it. I post a lot of nonsense, but honestly, I'm posting for the sake of posting at the moment. You know, with that said, I'll see all of you in the next one. Until then, have a nice day. Peace out and bye.